This is lamb chilli fry, a very, very typical Southern Indian dish because we're using Southern Indian spices. So we're going to start with some mustard seeds. Pop them into a pan with oil. That's been on for about 30 seconds. So the mustard seeds are starting to pop straight away. That's perfect, that's what you're looking for. When they start to pop, you know you're ready to add the rest of your ingredients. So we now need to add in our ginger. You can use sliced ginger, I've just used some chopped ginger. Green chilli, like with all chilies, be very careful when you chop them, don't touch anything. Take the end off, and then I'm just going to slice mine with the seeds in. If you prefer it less hot, then actually just take out the seeds very carefully. I'm also going to add an interesting ingredient, which is curry leaves. Curry leaves is the only Indian herb you'll add at the beginning. They won't turn colour, like if you add coriander they'll turn black. Curry leaves don't. Add in some onions. I'm going to fry these just for about a minute or so, and this is just to sweat the onions down. So now the onions have actually started colouring nicely, I'm just going to add in my madras curry paste. So we're using madras curry paste because this is a medium to hot dish. Again, I already added quite a lot of chilli at the beginning. So if you prefer your dishes less spicy, just add in 1 tablespoon of madras curry paste. And then whenever you add paste, just to protect the spices, sprinkle in a little bit of water, and that'll prevent your spices from burning. The great thing about the paste is that they're just spices preserved in oil. So there's nothing else added apart from just a little bit of salt. And so they're relatively low in fat when you add just a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. This has been cooking now for about a minute or so, and you can start seeing that the paste is actually separating away from the spices, and then you know you're ready to add the next ingredient, which is tomato puree. If you're at home, you can add in chopped tomatoes if you wanted to, chop them very, very finely. This is supposed to be quite a smooth, kind of concentrated flavour that you're adding in, so you might want to add in more than a tablespoon's worth of tomato, whereas I'm adding a tablespoon worth of puree. Give that a good stir, sprinkle in a little bit more water. So I've given the tomato puree a little bit of time to actually cook through, and I'll now stir in my lamb. And just make sure that you really, really coat the lamb with all the spices that you've got in the bottom of your dish. I've actually cut my lamb in about 1 centimetre thick, just because I want my lamb relatively rare at the end. But if you prefer your lamb well done, maybe cut it in thinner strips. This has been cooking for about 2 minutes, and the lamb is actually sealed on all sides. And I'm now going to add in my fresh grated coconut. If you don't have fresh grated coconut, you can use desiccated coconut, that's absolutely fine to use. After 3 minutes, everything will be absolutely ready to go. So turn the heat off, garnish with coriander. Again, if coriander isn't your favourite herb, then just leave it out. You can use mint at home. Squeeze in the juice of half a lime or lemon. Give it one final stir, and then it's ready to serve. Serve with a bed of salad leaves, and that's lamb chilli fry. Very, very simple for a weekday meal.